Welcome to another episode. Tom_Pairs. I'm on the Minecart Rapid Transit server, or MRT, and today we are going to take a look at another one of my builds. Is an aircraft carrier, and a fleet of boats, or fleet of ships around the carrier. So to start out, we are starting in the Atlantis Town Hall, and then we head north to get there to the Atlantis Defense Force base, or ADF base. It's the main headquarters of the ADF. As I said in the previous video, it's basically a navy I started when I was building the Atlantis town. To get there, we want to go down 3 floors. Third floor here. Come back to the back and up the stairs, and you'll see a few boats outside. We're at the Atlantis Defense Force dock. The boat in front of you, it takes you to a couple training bases, and then we have sort of a intel boat and another boat being made by Major Magpie that a little busy right now with other projects, but this boat is one we want. It is our transport boat to a lot of places in the ADF. Inside the boat we have 4 different places we can go. So there's 5 locations this boat goes through, one being Atlantis, other one to the Department of Defense, and the dry dock, which both will be on a later video. The water port somewhere in the north, I can't remember exactly where. And the one I want is the carrier, so right click on the carrier, and there we go. Yep, here's the fleet. So here's our carrier. That's our transport boat right there. Our carrier, it's supposed to be one of the super carriers. It's not exactly modeled, just some ideas off of an actual carrier. But it just is the same. I don't like building block for block exactly how things are made, or look at any special videos and it has to be exactly no, as long as it looks and feels like a carrier, or the boat, I'm pretty good with it. So it has all the same just parts, just might be a different layout, but I think we did a pretty good job. I got majority of it. I had some help from like Adobe and Rice and Game Patty and a few other people. The planes, I didn't build any of the airplanes actually. I built nor the helicopters. Yeah, I didn't build any of those. What I did was I contracted those out to players. I have 2 more coming in for Thomas's spaceport. I'm gonna help him kind of start like recovery aircraft, and then a recovery team on board in one of the empty rooms I have. I still have a couple of empty rooms I want to fill up, but for the most part it's done. I got various different planes. Come on, load. No, it doesn't cut off like that. It's not loading. I don't know. Oh, and I lost connection. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, now. Yep, lost connection. Sweet. Oh, don't worry. There's nothing really laggy in here, so. Okay. So, it's a huge boat. It's actually 400, just over 400 meters long. That's why I can't get the whole thing in one view. It has to load. But that's perfectly fine, I guess. But to take a look inside the boat, well, I guess we'll start with the top deck. Topmost deck is the flight deck. Yeah, so it's basically like a tower in like an airport tower or something like that. But this is the flight deck, mission table. Yeah, this is where everybody talks to the airplanes as they come in. You can see, pretty nice view. There's one of the orange stations that got put in after I made the aircraft carrier. More to the rear of the aircraft carrier. A couple more boats. And you can see back here. Nice little supply boat coming in. Getting our supplies. Yay. About time we need more ice cream. That's the joke, actually. Yeah, aircraft carriers get really a lot of ice cream. Alright, one deck down is the main command or captain's deck. This is where all the operations of the aircraft carrier is done, including helm, navigation, sonar, all that fun stuff. So, we're really close to Atlantis. That's not too bad. Alright. In the top three decks, this is the Admiral flag deck. All the aircraft carriers are part of command group, which the Admiral flag, or the flag officer, is in charge of. So usually an Admiral sits up here and, you know, and communicates with the whole fleet. You see the top three. The whole tower has a red alert system. Not the whole ship. There'd be no way to really do it because of all the chunk loads rendering over there. But at least in the tower I can do it. A nice little red alert system. Can get kind of get a little laggy, but under the glass is basically red alert. The lights go off, so it's kind of harder for aircraft at night to attack tower. Some more decks. VIP rooms. And then the CAG mission briefing room in the CAG office. Again, more of the red light. So that leaves us with the main flight deck, top deck. Multiple different planes. Actually, I don't think I ever counted, but I'm not gonna bore you with counting it. A couple helicopters. Actually, the helicopter does take you somewhere. And I believe it takes me to a couple places. The Tarn Defense and some random helicopter pad. So, alright. So, go further in the deck. You find this stairwell here, or fly off the sides and get in. This is the aft upper deck. The flight, or the flight deck, the lower flight deck, separates the two upper decks. I couldn't even go up over here to really get to it. It would, yeah, dead end because of the elevators. So, yeah. Anyway, this is Intel area. This is a classified area. Nobody can go in unless you have clearance. I think the rear area here, it's mostly quarters for the captain, the XO, or the Commodore, the fleet Commodore. Yep, senior officer's mess. I don't think there's much back here. Yep, more officer's mess. So the senior officer's mess and officer's mess. If we want to go the length of the boat on the outside, actually we can do it on this side. This goes all the way down. The elevators are stopping it, so. Go down one more deck. Find these red squares and they'll take you up and down. On the rear, again, the officer's common room. There's a little room. The CAG captain. CAG XO. Yeah, nuggets are the cadet pilots, training pilots, wing commanders, and ensigns, and pilots, and more pilots, more and more pilots. The engine test area, engine fixing area. No engine being worked on right now. And then we move on to, this is the plane storage. Oh, it's getting darker out. It's really cool looking at this when it's darker out. See? Ooh. Anyway. Yep, all the planes stored. Wings up. Little workshop area, working on parts and stuff. This is the upper forward area, which I believe is just security, the brig, and the maglev system, that mag launchers. There is actually a launching system here. Guy sits right here. When there's two launch ramps, plane's ready. Lights turn on. Doop. Launches them. Pretty. Anyway, there's one more system somewhere nearby. So we go downstairs. Again, we're plane storage. I think this is the senior, nope, doctor's office, sick bay. Yeah, this is like the senior NCO. No, just a couple. Yep, chief petty officer of the boat. Oops. I have my world edit compass out. But yeah, this is the Chief Petty Officer room. Once I get one, you can decorate it. A couple Petty Officer first classes. More Petty Officer first classes. And we go downstairs. Alright. Downstairs. One more level. In the middle is the ammunition storage. Guns, bullets, more bullets, and missiles, and bombs, and there's the bombs, and all sorts of different types of stuff. Warn you, no smoking in here. Some more lower rank officers, senior officers. Most officers to the rear, mostly enlisted to the front. There's two main stairwells, one rear, one forward. Yeah, more officer. Yep. And then here is the dining hall area. Yep, right underneath the ammunition storage. But yep, this is where we feed everybody. Yum yum. Yum yum. And then this is the enlisted area with an enlisted common room. Watch a movie or something. TV, briefings, whatever. And there's these empty rooms. I got a few of these. Started losing ideas of what to put in them. Yeah, but the other one's empty too. I think I have some junior enlisted rooms I need to put together. Yeah, I just see this junior officers. And there's the engine room, which we'll get to right now. It actually works. I do have a working engine room. Working as far as like powering things and stuff. I do not have an actually working propeller, and the boat doesn't actually move. There is no move craft or anything, and I don't think any of the plugins for Bucket would support this much size. So this is basically the turbine room and all that fun stuff, where all the propellers get turned around. I have a diesel and nuclear. So diesel backup and a nuclear powered engineering section. And nuclear, and all that powers this back here, really. You got full power, and by switching levers, you can get it down to 0% power rarely available. You get nuclear light, backup power light, and power failure. Power failure hits, you'll hear a tone. Ding, ding. I'll show you. But see, one by one, I can drop it down. Funny thing is, it's hooked up to this, which is the speed indicator. Because I have at 50%, the fastest I can go is half speed. See, let's try to flip this switch. power doesn't go. There's no power to anything above a half speed until I start flipping these switches back up. There we go. And now I can get full power now. See, blink speed. What you're hearing, if you go downstairs, is the main power hitting the main drive shaft. Yes, they are little clocks, but if you have a way to turn them off, they're perfectly fine. Which is why I say right here on the signs, please don't leave on. So we won't leave them on. There we go. They do tend to lag a little bit of lower end computers. Alright, so let's play with nuclear power. Let's turn off the nuclear power. Come on. There we go. We turn off the nuclear power. You hear a sound. Power failure, see? All lights are off. We can put on a diesel engine for a little bit. I think... Oops. Oh, yep, there it goes. Lights on, it's ready to go. So now, you see the backup power is on, and the power failure is off. And yeah, there is only one little clock going through. It is not, it's not a little line going, a second line hitting it. It's actually a clock set. And returning a pulse into a solid signal coming down. Not easy work getting the timing right, so that my light is on all the time, and I can get full power and all that fun stuff. But again, another clock, so we're not leaving it on. That's what the switch for. So it comes down and it stops. It's supposed to stop. There it goes. Alright, back on. I think the lag was getting me. Alright, there we go. Whoa. Come on. And we turn that back on. And we're good to go. Some engineering offices. This is the special duty area. I think we're going to put Thomas down with this Space Force. One of these rooms. And then with the cargo bay. Nice little cargo bay. It's not filled yet. So that's pretty much it. Got nice protection. Got some anti-aircraft stuff. except for the aircraft carrier. Now there's a couple of these destroyers around. The aircraft carrier's name is actually the ADF Taco. ADF Taco. Oops, dang it. There we go. Had that compass on again. Taco because there's a nice little joke with the owner, server owner, and tacos, and now everybody likes tacos. So it's called the ADF Taco. We have a couple of these destroyers. I think I'm redesigning these so a little bit better. I do have a set length on what's what in consideration. And I think I'm gonna revisit that because I was trying to keep a destroyer smaller than a cruiser, but I think it needs to be the same size, and I need to research a little more and kind of the difference between a destroyer and a cruiser now, because they both have missiles in them nowadays and all that fun stuff. So let me go to a cruiser. There's a destroyer, there's a cruiser, and there's a supply boat. Take a look at the supply boat first. You have a new supply base, and here's our little supply boat. Some more workstations. And we get up to the actual deck. So they're right now in the process of moving the planes out of the way so we can start getting the supply boat going. Supply preparations going. And then you can see there's some quarters. And then the dock, the equipment. This is the coal equipment, coal food area. And the last crew quarters here with the engine room. Ta-da! This one's not as fancy, no. Alright. That's a supply ship. I believe I named it the Anvil. Yeah, we'll check. Yep, Anvil. Here's our cruiser. That looks a little better. Couple guns. That's so awesome. Few decks. This is the missile room. Fortunately, I can't see where I launched the missiles from down here. The button actually opens the doors, launches the missiles. So that's the cruiser. Like I said, I'm not one for copying verbatim. I like the fun of designing too. I think I set this boat a little too high out of the water because I just roll it in these boats. Yeah, I think those are supposed to be a little lower. Alright, so that's the taco, ADF taco. We do have a couple more boats on the left side, and like I said, I'm gonna change out those destroyers for maybe a better design. But if you'd like to join, come on in. Come in as a guest. Once you become a member through application on our website, you can join the Atlantis Defense Force. So, thank you for visiting, and I will see you later.